Welcome to the small tutorial about our challenges, some information about them, and the submission methods. Well, so first you have to go to our blog, because our challenges will only be posted on the blog. So basically, druidstudios.blogspot.com. You hit enter, and if you hit the URL correctly, then you'll get here. So far, there's only been 2 posts. It's still welcome to our blog and the challenge week number 1. So I'm going to read more here because that's hard to read. And then you'll see challenge week number 1. And there's 3 levels, and for now there's only going to be Scratch, Python, HTML, and Arduino, and Microbit, And the last Microbit and Arduino haven't loaded in for some reason, but basically you can see Scratch level 1, level 2, and level 3. There's the minimum requirements, and there's going to be, that kind of good stuff. So to start off, what you'll have to do is you'll have to get our email ready for us. So I'm gonna get this email. I've already got one here, and basically the subject you have to put what week it is. Or you can just write challenge. You have to write challenge because then you won't know what we're talking about. So challenge week 1, and then whatever coding language you're gonna be doing and whatever level. And you can put, for example, Python, Microbit, this. You'll also have to add your name. So you also have to add your name, and then you're gonna have to add your project file or your link. So let's start with Scratch. So Scratch, there are 3 ways to do it for Scratch actually. Basically, this is the example project. You're gonna have to share the project, and then once it's shared, you're gonna have to get the link, copy that link, and paste it here as like that, and you can email that to us. But let's say that you don't want to share the project. For example, for some reason you don't want to share it and let everybody in the world, because right now everybody in the world can see this. So I am just going to see inside it. Let me just unshare this for a second. Well, I can't unshare it right now for some reason, but I'll have to deal with that later. Just imagine it's not shared, because this doesn't make a difference. So click File, and you'll write Load, Save to your computer. So I'll save it to my computer, and it'll download it, and this will take pretty quickly. This is done because I didn't have anything on it, just an empty project. And then I can drag and drop that file, and it'll load in. I can do that. But let's say I don't have a web account. Then I can always do it on the app. So basically you'll have to open up Scratch, the app. You can use Scratch 3 or Scratch 2. This works on both, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now that it's loaded in, you can see here, and you will do File, and you'll save it to your computer. I've already done that, so I can minimize this here, and I'll minimize that. You see example project XB3 there, but if it's in your File Explorer, I've saved it to my desktop, but I can always show you in here as well. It is inside of desktop, and it's example project .sb3. And then you can drag that file and drop it into here as well, and it'll come just like that. Now let's look for Python. For Python, you can use Trinket. We have a Trinket. So basically what you'll do is you'll click that, and you'll click New Trinket, and then you'll choose one of these. Let's just choose Python. And then, because I'm pretty sure because for Python 3, because for the stuff with the key, for example, if I did choose Python 3, then what it's going to say is, yeah, you can use Python 3 too, and it's from Python 3.66. But to save it, you have to pay money to get to the Code Plus or the Trinket Connect. There's other offers to save these trinkets. So we suggest that you use Python if you want to be able to save your files, unless you've paid for it, of course. Then you can do that, and then you're gonna have to it's been saved now. Save it quickly, because once you've saved it, now you'll see this bar called Share. You can share it, and you can email it to us straight away. Simple as that. And you'll put in the, oh dang, sorry, that was the wrong link, and you'll put in that. You'll put in that actually. So you'll just copy that into here, and you'll put your name here, and you'll put in your email here, and you'll send it, but we can't send it because we haven't put it in. Basically that. or you can always just link it, or you can download it and then drag and drop it too. But let's check out some idle for a second. Let's say that you don't want to use Trinket, or you don't have an account, or you just want to use idle. On idle, basically you can make one, and then you have to file. You have to create a new file like you normally would, and you have to file, and you have to save as. And basically you'd have to save it inside on your desktop, but I've already made one, and I'll show you guys that one. So basically you can do the same thing. You can also drag and drop this into your email, and the last thing is for the HTML. For HTML, there's only one way really. You're just going to have to drag and even if you do use Visual Studio Code, it will save it as a Python idle file inside the location. So you can also do that too. So let's say we want to use this is an HTML. It's just something that says, just watch what happens when I open this up. It just says hi. That's all. So I can just put that here too, and then you can send that to us, and we will receive that. And then there's also and basically that, or you can just type your code into here. Like you can copy the code into the thing here. And then and now let's look at microbit. For microbit, for Arduino, you're just gonna have to download it and email it to us. But let's say for microbit, there are also two ways. You can click new project. Let's say it's gonna call example project, right? And you're gonna create it. It's gonna create the project for you. It'll take some time. So what we're gonna do is there's two ways. You can download it like you would download it onto your You'll compile it. It'll take some time, and then it's going to give you this option. It's going to tell you the instructions. Like you would download it onto your microbit. You can download it. This is taking some time, but I think it's because I haven't loaded in. But let's do this first. It's called Share Project. You can publish this project, so now anybody on the web can see it if they have a link, just like Scratch. Oh yeah, look, that's downloaded. Let me just close that. I want to show you guys the share. And now I can publish this project. Now the whole world can see it. And you can copy this link and paste it in here, like you did for the Scratch link. Or, since now that we've downloaded it, you can drag and drop this in here. And it should load in after a while, because hex files are pretty big. So then, what we're going to do next is, and now let me just tell you a bit about these contests. These contests, when you email it to us, the winners will be the projects that win will be inside a studio in Scratch, and the Python ones and everything else will be posted on our website. All of the winning projects will be on our website on a page that's chat contest wins, and your name and your project will be there. So and your name will be on our blog. But you're thinking, wait, but why should I do it then? You don't really have to do it. And it's not like you're gonna win the biggest money in the world or anything. But then again, it's always just nice. And and sometimes you just want to code, but you don't have anything to code, or you want to improve your skills. You can always use this, and you don't always have to send them to us either. You can just get this as an idea for something, for some cool game or whatever. And each week, level 1, for example, will get more complicated. So every week, so maybe eventually level 1 will be like this ping pong game here. Eventually, yeah, it will be actually in a few weeks, because each week, level 1, level 2, level 3, each level, each coding language will get more complicated. So you can always go back to week 1 and you can start there, or you can just go to whichever week you're comfortable with. So that's all for this little tutorial. It's pretty long, sorry about that. That's all.